call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. When you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Oregon Ducks, the House of Loud, Autzen Stadium in Eugene. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the LSU Tigers, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Tigers ready to get this thing started and open the season. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Gives it on the option. He never had a chance to get it to the edge, and first play of the game, and you're already behind the sticks.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Moore will throw. The short hands, it's Casper. And the defense drags him down. The Ducks headed quickly to the line. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Short gain on the completion. Good footwork. Gets him the first down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I think the open one, obviously, the politically correct answer. But you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Gets it to him on the screen. They make the stop, but a good pickup there on 1st down. The Ducks with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Let's take just a second and talk about Oregon. They start the season in the top 10. Ideal position to make a run. But what do they need to avoid?
Well, I think you avoid the talks about me and where we're at, because that doesn't matter. This team's got a lot to prove. It's a very talented team, but they got to start the season off fast. That first impression makes a big deal in all these voters, Jesse.
Yeah, I think a lot of these players are hungry to prove that top 10 ranking is legit. But talking to some of their guys too, David, they actually feel like they're not ranked high enough. They actually feel disrespected being where they are, which is pretty amazing considering this is already a really great jumping point. I can't wait to see how they play today.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Back to pass. Quarterback now breaking the field. They ripped off 7 on that one. Now a 3rd down and 3. And the Ducks are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Moore to the air. Trying to escape and get it himself. He gets the job done, picking up the 1st down, then getting down. The Ducks come to the line with a new set of downs. Using his legs, it's Harris. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. Here's why this one's so much fun, guys. Early in the season, sort of a proving ground type of game for a couple of squads that believe they could win it all.
And we've heard so much in this offseason, right, about both of these teams and top 10 teams preseason. Now you get a chance to prove it. Like, now you get a chance to see who are the dudes on the squad. These are always fun early in the season, Jesse.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to find out what these teams are about because we've seen both teams beat up on weaker competition. We know they're both very talented, but let's see good against good and find out what they are.
They're about to get through their entire opening script of plays. This is the 11th play of the drive. Third down coming up. He cannot get there. It'll be fourth down.
Gain of 2. Coming up, fourth down.
And they'll send out the field goal unit.
On the field goal.
And this one splits the uprights. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
And that's exactly what you want as a coach. You want to drive the ball down the field and get some form of points to create some momentum for your squad to start the season. How about the kicker? 1 for 1 in the year. He's perfect.
He'll bring it out. It's Barry. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. On the ground, it's Durham. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20. Now, guys, when it comes to LSU, big moment in recruiting last week. 4-star defensive back gives a verbal commitment. David, what's his adjustment going to be like?
Obviously, the adjustment of speed is a big deal, but that's why you go get a 4-star guy like this. I mean, he's got speed. You play so many DBs at one time. This is a position I feel like you can transition to college really well. The expectations for him are going to be high.
Yeah, this defense is going to have a plan for this tight end, especially when he lines up in the slot, because there's a lot of different routes he can run, and because of his size and his wingspan, he's very, very difficult to cover.
One back in the backfield, he gets the carry. At midfield, he's got room. And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field.
And busting big runs like this, we always talk about the running backs, but it's the big boys up front paving their lanes, those receivers gluing on those DBs that make these plays really go for big yardage.
And how about those receivers? Not just the glamour of catching passes, but doing some dirty work, too.
No doubt. When they get on those guys in the second level and get on those DBs, that's when you break those big, long runs.
Let's talk for a minute about LSU. They come into the season, #1 recruiting class in the country. Think we'll see those freshmen much?
You dang right we will. I mean, you don't recruit like they did this offseason and be the #1 team in the country without getting a ton of impact guys that come in and contribute day one. Palmer, there's a lot of young, exciting faces.
Yeah, they don't look like freshmen either. I mean, these guys look like grown men. And remember, in recruiting, a lot of these kids were promised to get on the field very, very early.
And into the end zone. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep.
This running back is so dangerous. He's going to hurt you running the ball, but they find creative ways to get him the ball in the passing game as well. Beautiful job setting up the screen. He was acting as if he was blocking, let the defender run right by him, and then he made magic happen after he had the ball in his hands.
He worked his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. Tries again to get it in. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense when you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
They were all over him, nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster. Slams ahead. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
Hey, if you're going to go for it on 4th down, if you decide to run the football, you've got to be sure up front that you're going to win in the trenches. They didn't get it done that time. They need to be more physical moving forward. They're going to try to do that again in the same type of situation in this game.
From his end zone, he'll go up top. That's caught. It's Hill. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Moore will throw. Still looking, on the move. Fires on the move. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. First and 10 from their own 17. To the air on 1st down. Now he's going to break the pocket. That's the kind of protection you dream about as he fires left. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
And that is a big-time play for the offense. The defense knew coming into this game they had to keep this guy bottled up and keep him in the pocket. That didn't happen there. He was able to buy time, extend the play. Receivers are in scramble drill mode. He finds a guy, he's accurate, off schedule, and the defense now has to do a much better job keeping this guy contained, or they are going to get lit up just like that.
They've swapped into the field, and we're ready to go in the 2nd. The Ducks with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. The Ducks get a fresh set of downs with a fast, hard finish on that play.
Fast is the word. As long as I can remember watching Oregon football, it's always guys that can get the football, get downhill, get back in the line of scrimmage, run the next play really fast, but it always starts with the ground.
Stop just inside the 25. We'll mark it at the 24. Pickup of 10 and a 1st down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on 1st down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get 1st downs like that run right there.
And the Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Makes the catch. It's Casper. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Off the bootleg to buy a little space. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
He's brought down at the 16, would have been much better off to take the touchback. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. The give on the inside. He kept those legs moving, got 3 out to the 19.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. To the air, it's Manning. Catch in the middle, it's Odom. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling. They say success rate can be picking up about 4 or so on first down, 1st and 10. They knock him down after he picks up 5 out to the 34.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
The Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Grab behind the line. It's ball. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Man, there are certain guys that I want to make sure I hone in on, and I do not give them the football in space. And this running back is one of those guys. Really good job by the defense, keeping their eyes on their keys and not letting him sneak out and get any kind of space. As soon as he touched it, he was on the ground.
Oh, and he just flat dropped it. You do not see this guy do that very often. It'll be 4th down. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He's got it. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stops. They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. He'll pull it down and run. He gets it up to the 44-yard line. He'll be marked out of bounds right there as this offense continues to roll. The Ducks can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Moore to the air. Oh, he makes the catch. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the 1st down before he's dragged to the ground. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
Man, if I'm the offensive line, I got to do a better job initially protecting my quarterback. And then once he scrambles out of that pocket, he starts to go to the left, I got to stick with the play because then he gets whacked at the end of the play. And instead of helping my quarterback up, I got to make sure I protect him a lot better moving forward.
Leaves it with the back. The quick feet, the acceleration, the vision, and he works his way to the 44.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
The Ducks are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. From the gun. Give on the inside. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. Fourth down and 3, and they'll try to pick it up. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down. Moore will throw. Got the quick pass. A solid pickup, and he goes out of bounds at the 30.
Well, that's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early, and it's got to be thrown out in front of the receiver, and they execute it perfectly.
Caught near the sticks. It's low. Across the 25 to the 24-yard line before he stopped. Pick up a 5 and a 1st down. QB draw. Hard running there. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. They'll immediately call timeout.
Offensive linemen love when you sneak in draws, when you sneak in screens. It holds these defensive linemen accountable. You want to rush the quarterback, you want to fly upfield every single play, we'll sneak right behind you and get some yardage.
Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Got it behind the line. It's Green. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't gain any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the line. Just keep that in mind.
And into the end zone. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Ducks!
And I love this offense, man. Staying aggressive. Just because you got the lead, you know people can score points in bunches. This offense keeps the foot on the accelerator, scores again on the final play. Now this offense has even more of a cushion going into halftime.
And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
LSU 0.
And the Ducks will kick it away to start the second half. And it'll come out to the 25.
crash out.
Attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He'll start this third quarter with a run. And it looks as if he'll pick up maybe a couple.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Looking to pass. It's Manning. Pressure coming. Stands in and takes the hit. Makes the grab deep. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42.
That's a really nice catch there, and I know LSU goes by the moniker of DBU, but you take a look at all the draft picks they've had in recent years, and with this guy and his talent, they may be getting consideration soon of joining teams like Alabama and Ohio State for wide receiver use. This guy is really good.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
The Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Gonna swing it on 2nd down. With the catch, it's Anderson. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. This offense hasn't found the end zone yet. Starting to move, it's 1st and 10. They'll go back to the ground. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
And I would just hate to be in the shoes of these defenders trying to tackle this running back because, of course, you're so afraid of this guy shaking you and using his elite speed to make you look bad on a highlight film somewhere, but you forget this guy can still run you over. And you saw it on that one.
And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
And that's another play by this defense, and there's not much good, guys, I can say about this offense. I mean, they got the goose egg on the board in 3rd and long again. Something needs to go right for this club. They need to get some kind of shot in the arm, some kind of play, because right now it's been really bad.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
QB never saw the defender. He's staring his receiver down, telegraphing his throw, and the DB jumped all over that.
Gives it on the option. past the first down marker and still running. They'll mark him down at the 37. It's a 10-yard gain.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get two bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
Hand off from the shotgun. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Here comes the heat. And they can't make the connection on third down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
They booted away on fourth down. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. The give to the back. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive play.
Gonna let it fly. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters, and I know the pass is coming, so I can have more success.
Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. Makes the catch. Wants to make a move upfield. Slips through the line. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
Moore to the air. Boom. Intercepted to stop the threat. He'll try to take it back. He's inside the 40. At the 20. Touchdown LSU. What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that.
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense. Forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Troy is getting whooped today, and at some point this comes down to preparation. Are you prepared to play? Clearly the answer today is a big fat no. They're trailing by 18 to UCLA. We will be multitasking today, boys. One eye on that game, one eye on your game. Really the only way to do it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. That's caught. It's Casper. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Dances away from the pressure, going to his left. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
The Ducks come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Finds his tight end. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. David, that is a great security blanket for a quarterback to have a tight end to make those conversions.
Dang right. Find the big fella on 3rd and short. Dependable, clutch, nice hands, first down.
The Ducks getting set on 1st and 10. The give to the tailback.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking for a crease. It's Harris. And he jukes the first guy, made him miss, and picked up a few before being brought down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Moore will throw. Got his man quickly. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Well, you're up by 2 possessions in the 4th quarter. They're hoping with that conversion, they ice the game. They don't get it. It feels like they're going to win, but we've seen crazy things happen in college football, and they've left the door open here late. Let's see what happens.
Wants to throw on first down. Going to take a shot at this DB. Finds a seam. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
It's so nice as a quarterback when it's not just your receivers that are dangerous after the catch. How about the yak ability by this tight end? He's a guy that can stretch the field. He can make DBs miss, and he's got speed. He's a generational talent. He's really helping out this offense.
And he tacks on the extra point. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Moore to the air. Trying to make magic on the scramble. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
And the Ducks can really attack on this 2nd and short. The give on the option. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front.
All right, so I know the defense is going to be aggressive, right? They got their stop. They forced a third down. How aggressive does the offense want to be in response? Because if I throw the football, get a first down, I can run this clock almost out. This defense has to make a choice, but this offense, how aggressive do you want to be?
They've got the screen set up. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
Finds a way.
And I feel like this defense is starting to pick up on this quarterback's MO. You've seen it, right? Like, time and time again, he is willing to scramble. He wants to carry the football, kind of apprehensive, maybe doesn't want to make a mistake. I'd love to see him maybe hang in that pocket just a little more and maybe make some plays down the field with his arm.
Tight end finds a soft spot. Stopped at the 47-yard line, a 10-yard gain.
For the season.
This is so interesting right now watching this offense stay aggressive. They've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and you're thinking at home, we got to just run the ball and try to bleed the clock. They found something on defense they're taking advantage of. 2 straight completions. I won't be surprised if they throw it again.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Moore will throw. Under fire. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the in route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
The Ducks really need to keep this drive alive on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught near the sticks. It's Casper putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ballgame, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Going downfield for the big play. He caught it. Goes out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they'll be set up in a great position here.
I would love to see her tell you that was the greatest play call ever, and the offensive coordinator is a genius. I think that was some really bad defense.
The Ducks have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon! Great job by the back on the option.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, and getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Time, it'll be a delay of game. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. The give to the back. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, or whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it, but the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. It's picked off. Don't see that very often from this Heisman Trophy candidate. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the 4th quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Quarterback strolling away from Heath. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another day.
And good coverage by the defense, just a short game.
Yeah, and you're going to see this offense find different ways to get this running back involved. It's not just going to be on handoffs, and they're certainly going to line him up in different places and even throw him the football. But the screen game's a big part of it, too. They're trying to get him going there.
Moore to the air. Fires to the right. Makes the catch. They will score. Touchdown, Ducks.
And the offense putting up more points, and guess who's jacked up? This home crowd starting the season off with offensive fireworks and looking to go 1-0. They are loving their squad.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Troy is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. They're trailing by 11 to UCLA. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Going up top. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day.
Well, you can't blame this offense for wanting to be aggressive. They're down by a lot on the scoreboard here, and that time going 4 verticals, trying to stretch the defense, see if someone can get open. But, David, the defense was expecting it, and they were able to come away with the INT.
Yeah, the only thought I have right now, Jesse, is I'm playing deep. I can't give up the big plays. I want to make them earn it. The clock is my friend, getting the lead, having the lead in the 4th quarter. Nice execution by this defense, and this one ain't over, but it's looking more like it.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
We've reached a 2-minute timeout. In all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. Fires downfield. Got his man to the left. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. This win, guys, if they can finish it off behind this passing attack today, figures to vault them several notches up in the rankings and serve notice of what they're capable of.
It's funny, we're watching this one now, and some people may be surprised because of the numbers besides each of the team's names. By the end of the year, though, this may have been an obvious decision because of how well this team throws the football, David. They are electric through the air.
And listen, it's still early in the season, but you're proving your passing attack, and you're proving you got an offense to be dealt with. And you're also putting this one on the schedule for the playoff committee to circle and say, there's a top 10 win. Please continue to rise me up the charts.
Now facing a 3rd and long. They want that clock to run. Oh, he's got some space. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on.
You got to be impressed by how you've seen this offense finish in this football game. They've been scoring points in the fourth quarter, just got a touchdown on their last drive, and there they rip off a big run. They are not letting off the gas pedal right now, and as a coach, you love to see that.
Keeps it on the draw. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. Looks like the offense will just take a knee. Guys, I think we all expected this game to be close. A couple of teams of this caliber, but boy, what a statement by the underdog in this one.
And there's going to be a big movement in the rankings after that performance. That team that got the win today, they are going to get moved ahead of their opponent. It's one thing to beat a ranked opponent, David. It's one thing to blow the doors off of them. That was impressive.
It's impressive. It's huge for them. Obviously, we know what's going to happen when they're going to move up the charts, but the other side is equally as depressing. I mean, they're going to fall like a rock. This wasn't even a competitive game. This is a bad day, and the rankings will reflect it when they come out.
That's going to do it from here. For David